Hello and welcome to a speedy rendition of how to get ERG in the US. Ergo is a proof of work blockchain that secures its network by mining as opposed to staking, similar to Cardano. So there's also a video in this feed with a little more explanations about how things work, how to trade on central exchanges and use Simpleswap. More longer and educational. This is just, let's do it as quick as we possibly can to show you that the typical scenario when you deal with a CEX to purchase crypto is you buy on the CEX, then they transfer it to your personal wallet. So I'm going to take you through that step here where we're going to buy a coin on a CEX. We're going to buy ADA, and we're going to transfer that to our Ergo wallet. But in between, we're going to send it to a proxy address, essentially, that's a swap service that will swap ADA for Ergo. So to us, it's no different than buying Ergo on a CEX and sending it to our wallet. We're just buying a different cryptocurrency that's available to me in the US, sending it to my Ergo wallet, hitting through a proxy called Simpleswap, which will do that exchange for me automatically. And there is nothing I need to do besides send it to that address. So let's see how fast this can go. Here we go. First off, we're going to go to Coinbase, and I am going to obscure my screen. We're going to buy and sell here. I am going to choose, let's do 50, because I'm going to go broke doing all these tutorials, my goodness. We're going to choose ADA. That seems to be the fastest. And I am on a Greek text there. Okay, there's ADA. We are going to cover a little bit more of my screen here now so that I can pick my proper bank account. Great. There's that. So now we're going to hit preview buy, and let me cover that so you can't see it. A lot of obscuring going on so you can't see. We can see the price. You can't see that, but the price is 38 cents per ADA. That's 48.01 that we're going to get. There's a $1.99 fee for Coinbase that we can't avoid. And we're going to obscure one more time, and I'm going to hit buy now. Make sure when you're buying, you know if you're using wire transfer or debit card. One will let you buy and send and receive instantaneously the crypto. The debit card, the bank transfer will not let you do so. Okay, order was submitted. It's done. You can now see we have $50 in Coinbase account in ADA because we had some there previously. So immediately what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Simpleswap. I'm going to choose ADA. I'm going to choose Ergo, and we're going to go to send back at Coinbase, and we're going to switch this to, let's try again. We're going to hit max here, and we're going to switch this to that. So it looks like we can send 100, see if we hit that little arrow, we can switch to sending an Ergo, and it's important that we can send an ADA because we have to match the number exactly of what we're going to send to Simpleswap. That's very important for those of you doing this. I usually like to round the number off, so 130 ADA we're going to prep to send. We're going to go back to Simpleswap. We're going to say I want to send 130 ADA. It's going to refresh for a second and say you're going to get 39. You're going to get 39 ADA, Ergo in response to that. So we are going to double check our price thing here to make sure, and we'll bring that over. So let's say ADA 130. That should get us 39 ERG. Let's see how close we are. That's perfect. Amazing. That means that if this is true, we're not going to get barely any slippage. We're actually going to pretty much get a one-for-one exchange here without too many fees taken off the top. And I'll post in the video down below how many fees are actually getting taken out at the end so you can know the full timing. So here we go. We're going to hit exchange. I've already done too much talking. The video should be much shorter if we did not to do this. We're going to enter. You see we're going to send 130 ADA. We're going to get 39 ERG. It wants to know that wallet address of the recipient Ergo. So we're going to go to our ERG wallet. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it in. We're going to create the exchange. That takes about a second to do that. You can see the bar going across the top here. It's ready to go. Numbers are still the same for what we get. Our recipient address at our Ergo wallet is the correct one. Here's our deposit address for the ADA that we're going to send it. I copy that. I go back over to Coinbase. I type in the address. It already has it from me using before. I make sure that I'm sending 130 exactly, or this won't work. And I hit preview send. It's going to ask me for I'll double check the address. Network fee is 0.07 to send to that address. We're going to hit send now. It's going to ask me for a code. I am going to obscure this very quickly so that you can't see the code that I'm typing in. Even though it changes, not worth the risk, whatever happens. And it takes a second for Coinbase to get its act together, and it is done. So now all that's left to do is you can forget. You leave this browser window open, come back in 10 minutes, see if it's transferred. But essentially, we've just taken as much little time as anybody else buying crypto that's directly on an exchange and sending it to their self-custodial wallet. All we're doing is hitting a proxy in between, and the last transaction I did with ADA to Ergo on this site, it took 10 minutes, not even, before it was in my wallet. Coinbase is a little slow of getting the transaction out of itself, so as soon as that happens, you should see this hit to confirm, and then you'll see it hit to exchange and sending, and so on, and then you'll get a beep that it's in your Ergo wallet, your Nautilus wallet that we're using up here. And if there's ever any issues with Simpleswap, you can hit this little chat button down at the lower right to get some help. If you want more in-depth take on this and to see which wallets to use for Ergo, which wallets to use for ADA, anything like that, please watch the other video where it's much more in-depth. This is just a quick wham bam done for you to show you how simple and easy and fast it is. Thanks for watching. Ciao.